So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the famous Fibbers music venue in York. My name is El Toupé, and this is True Grit Championship.
And welcome to True Grit Wrestling for the True Grit Championship. So, the first match. This is a singles match set for one fall. Introducing first.
So, ladies and gentlemen, first match of the night. This is going to be...
Weighing in at 16 stone, B.A. Rose! And his opponent, from Filipino Russia, Boris, Koslov!
So, ladies and gentlemen, we're here with the first match of the night. This is one of the matches I've been referring to as a semi-final, even though there are four of them. Yeah, you'll get with it eventually. So we have B.A. Rose. No, I still do not officially know what B.A. stands for. I'm going to stick with Bernadette Augustine. I think that works for him, okay? And Boris Koslov, who may or may not have spilt vodka over himself earlier. If there's any kind of weird stains on his tights, trust me, it's vodka. I know Russians aren't supposed to spill that kind of thing, but it's been a hard day for him, you know? Everything that's going on in the world right now, Russians trying to get into the UK for wrestling shows. I mean, come on, we have a Russian on the show tonight, we have a Mexican on the show tonight. With Brexit and everything else that's going on, it was practically impossible to get either of those men here. Can you tell I've had too much coffee? Anyway, when the bell sounds, these two men will lock up. Bell sounds. Now, obviously, the winner of this match will go forward to the main event tonight. Four-man elimination match to become the inaugural True Grit champion. I'm probably going to dig a very big hole and keep throwing myself into that one as the night goes on, but... Now, bizarrely, it is a partisan crowd in favor of Boris Koslov. Normally, he's not a crowd favorite here for a variety of reasons, some of which I'll mention later on. But B.A. Rose is generally one of the most unlikable men in Yorkshire, definitely in pro wrestling in Yorkshire. He and his tag team partner, who we'll be seeing later on, Sean Only, current grapple tag team champions, and by hook or by crook, they'll keep hold of those belts. You know, whilst they're doing so, they tend to have a habit of taking young boys under their wing, so to speak. Again, a story I'll tell at a later date if you don't already know it. So Boris Koslov is in control at this time. Waist control, able to use a traditional Greco-Roman style wrestling takedown to put B.A. Rose to the mat. B.A. manages to switch around. Boris Koslov switches around again. He now takes neck control. Our referee for this match, Miles, in position, seeing how everything's going. This is almost, in fact, an amateur-style wrestling match. I'm very, very surprised at this early going. But you do have two very powerful, athletically gifted men in the ring. Arm wringer that Koslov turned into a roll-through. First pinfall attempt of the night, and he only gets a 2 count, says our referee. Both men separate, corner to corner. Now, B.A. Rose, he is a deceptively agile individual. He is what might be considered a low center of gravity individual. I have seen him perform pescados and planchas. So, headlock, which the referee is not able to get a full view on B.A. Rose, just to take a few liberties. Koslov forces B.A. into the ropes. Oh, and a big shoulder block in the middle. Koslov returns the favor, and he definitely gets the better of that one. Very surprising. B.A. Rose runs into him again. Wow, that is just... I doubt any of you have ever been in a meat packing plant, but that's the sound sides of meat make as you're pushing them around. Solid forearm shots from Boris Koslov. Forces B.A. Rose up to the rope. B.A. Rose whips him back off into the ropes to the other side. Oh, and a beautiful flying shoulder tackle. B.A. Rose down to the mat. Slow back up to his feet. Koslov now trying for a body slam, and he gets it right in the middle of the ring. B.A. Rose actually bounced. That was how hard Boris threw him down. Boris? Yeah, far too much coffee. Oh, Cossack leg drop. And he gets a 2 count for that. Bizarrely, again, I say, the audience firmly behind our Russian friend. Arm wringer on B.A. Rose. Rolls it up one more time. Oh! Overextends all of the ligaments in that joint. Standing shoulder charge. Still maintaining wrist control. Now, that would have been a short arm scissors, but Boris decides instead he's going to take the arm with his own, grapevines it. So, one of the multitude of armbar variations. B.A. Rose gets back to his feet, but it's a shortcut again to get there. Grabbing the nose, raking the eyes. If you've ever had somebody grab your nose like that, it will water your eyes up if it doesn't blind you straight off. I think Boris was going to go for a Marstral then, but... Oh! Son of a gun! Oh! Now that's a testament to the raw power on Boris Koslov. We're seeing a lot of deadlift suplexes in the business these days. Deadlift, gut wrench suplex. And like I say, B.A. is not a small man. As our ring announcer Persephone did note, he weighs in at 16 stone. So that's about 220 pounds, or about 100 kilos. Deadlifting that. And so Boris is now doing a side Russian leg sweep with vodka. And up, hip toss. And like a good Russian, he doesn't spill a drop. Oh! Pancake senton. I know there isn't really a thing called a pancake senton anywhere in the business, but that was the senton that turned Boris into a pancake. The man, that just hurt to watch. 2 count, says our referee. Match continues. Now, I'm going to give complete... I was going to say I'm going to give kudos to this referee. He forced B.A. Rose off of Boris Koslov as he had him draped over the rope, because this match does need to go to a finish, because the final match does have to be that 4-man elimination. That's what the contract stipulates. That's the contract everyone signed. And Miles gets in position. The referee in position, just checking. It's a rear chin lock, but that is incredibly low. Now, since the last time that I saw Boris, he has developed a bit of a beard. Now, that's probably why B.A. Rose has got his the crook of his elbow so low down. As you may have noticed, Boris Koslov is a redhead. That tends to mean that their beards are, shall we say, a tad prickly. Oh, my God! That was a thing of beauty. B.A. Rose gets him up onto his shoulder. Airplane spins him, pancakes him down on the mat, straight into a pinning predicament. 2 count, match continues, but Boris is slow to move. He's favoring his back. B.A. Rose, he has control right now. Puts Boris Koslov in the corner. Forearm Shiva to the chest. That will just rattle everything in your torso. Irish whip, far side. Runs in, presumably that was going to be a lariat, but Koslov catches him. Another flying shoulder tackle. B.A. Rose, whether that's instinct or just momentum, on his front. Boris now has him lined up. What we're looking for here. Oh! Now is that a Bolshevik hammer, I wonder? Oh! That was a beautiful spine buster from Boris Koslov. Arn Anderson would have been proud. I'm actually trying to think up something very clever with Russian patronymics, and I'm failing miserably. Oh, what? Oh. Now, was that? Whatever was there. Now, I'm not 100% certain of what happened here. I'm pretty certain that B.A. Rose had his feet. Now, you can chalk this one up to controversy. From my vantage point, it was fairly obvious B.A. Rose did have his feet on the ropes. Our referee made the 3 count. Once the 3 count has been made, he signaled for the bell. Argumentative from a few arguments from Boris, but the referee's decision stands. So B.A. Rose will be the first of the 4 men in our final match for tonight. I have a sneaking suspicion that when Boris gets back home, he'll be going on the incredibly slow Russian internet. The Putin net, I believe they're calling it now. The Putin-internet. Go figure, whatever. He'll be lodging his complaints with True Grit Management. So Boris is doing his little, I would say it was a tour of the islands, but we have pretty much a full house tonight. And obviously the audience is very unhappy with what transpired. So he gets his moment in the sun. So that's our first match of the night out of the way.